Make no mistake, Hollywood knows exactly what they're doing when they put out movies like the one I'm about to talk about. This is just another case and another example of a movie that Hollywood releases or is planning on releasing at the time of this recording. They haven't yet released this movie. But this is another movie that Hollywood plans on releasing that will further break up families and divide men and women and break up households, all right, and create that division and promote, quite honestly, PD, all right? I'm just going to call it PD. If you watch the trailer to this movie, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. And this is what we're starting to see with our young women and our young men. And this is something that Hollywood has usually been able to get away with for many years, but more so recently they've been getting caught up because of social media and the internet and just how widespread everything is, how fast Twitter is, how there's just information. We're starting to get the real information out there because the internet is so high speed that it's more difficult to hide things because they can't be filtered through tabloids, and they can't be reviewed by these big brands and by these big companies before they're released to the general public. So they can't push out all the BS and all the lies and all the deception on you. All right. So this is going to be a very eye-opening video for a lot of you guys out there that are watching this, because I don't know if you guys have heard of it, or you guys maybe you have heard of it or not. I don't know. I've had I think it's probably about 10 subscribers that sent me in this movie link, or this movie I should say, called Cuties. And I believe this movie is supposed to come out next month in September. At the time of this recording, it's in August. Not sure when I'm releasing this video. But at the time of the recording, when you guys sent me this link and I watched the trailer, I read about this movie because I had no idea what it was about. And you guys know where I stand when it comes to the whole, what they're promoting here, what they're trying to do to our young women, all right? Because a lot of you guys think I'm against women, I'm against misogynist, this and that on my channel. Listen, I understand female nature and I apply it to my life, but at the same time, I understand the big picture and I understand exactly what Hollywood, exactly what the elites are trying to do here. And the people that actually run this whole thing, I know exactly what they're doing. And I know their end game. It's to break up and divide the family unit. And you first do that by removing the father from the household. Now, we see that the majority of relationships are single mother households already. So when you remove the father, they've already done that successfully. So what's to come after they remove the father successfully is now they're going to attack the children and separate the children from their mothers, or the children from their fathers. They've already been separated from their fathers. Heck, single mothers, most of the time, once they're single mothers, they blame the father for a lot of their downfalls and a lot of their lack of progression and a lot of their decisions that they make later on in life instead of taking responsibility and accountability. But that's not what we're going to talk about in this video. Anyways, I'm going to read you guys basically what it's about. If you guys want to check out the trailer, it's all over YouTube in the first place. But it just shows you what's being promoted. Anyways, this is the little snippet or summary, whatever you want to call it. Amy, an 11-year-old girl, joins a group of dancers named the Cuties at school and rapidly grows aware of her burgeoning femininity, upsetting her mother and her values in the process. All right, so this is an 11-year-old girl, and if you watch the trailer, it looks like she walks in on some other girl that's maybe around her age, maybe a little bit older, I'm not sure, but she's dancing in a more provocative way. All right, so there's this little girl, Amy, who's 11, that walks in and sees this other girl dancing provocatively, catches her, and kind of just takes it in and sees like, oh my God, I've never seen a little girl dance like that. I didn't know that little girls dance like that in the first place, So she takes it in, but she doesn't tell anyone. She kind of she likes what she sees. And you could tell like it's something with that like stuck with her. And that's what they're trying to promote in this video. So she takes this information that she sees, she takes this imagery of this young girl dancing provocatively that's around her age, and she begins to kind of dance on her own. She begins to kind of twerk, do certain inappropriate dance moves. Like, I don't want to be demonetizing this video, probably already am, but you know, because I'm exposing the truth. But she starts to dance provocatively as well, you know. Then she starts to form a dance group with this girl that she sees. She ends up connecting with this girl that she actually spied on, and she asks her to teach her about these dance moves and how she got started, teaching her some more how to thrust like this. Honestly, it's just a bunch of 11-year-old girls. Once this is what it looked like. This is what it looked like to me at the end when they got their whole dance crew established and everything. It looked like a bunch of 11-year-old girls just twerking, gyrating, and sexually exploiting themselves for an audience and becoming famous for it. And basically that's going on, and her families and her mom is telling her at first, this isn't at first, because what they're trying to do here is make moms and dads feel comfortable with this kind of stuff. All right, they're slowly starting to drop these little seeds out there of, hey, it's okay to let your daughter do this. It's okay to let her shake her booty at 11 years old and dance in front of men. It's okay. Just, you know, let her explore. Let her be aware of her burgeoning femininity, like this summary said. It's okay, you know. You're taking it too hard. So what they do is, what this movie does, I should say, is you see the young girl start to talk to her mom and explain to her mom why she does what she does, and that she's a grown woman at 11 years old. She's a grown woman at 11 years old. She's trying to explain to her mom she's a grown woman at 11 years old, and guess what? Her mom believes her. And her mom actually lets it slide, and her mom eventually at the end, you can tell her mom's cheering for her, clapping for her, and is actually on her team and is on her side. I don't know where the father is. There's never the father in the damn household. It didn't look like there was a father in the trailer. Because that's how Hollywood's already won with the father, so they don't throw the damn father out. He's not even in the picture at all. Just like most of the Hollywood movies, because they've already succeeded in removing the father figure from the household. And if he is in the household, he's a beta simp mangina. He's a beta simp. He's weak. He's gonna raise a bunch of soft, feminine people. So it doesn't matter even if he's in the household. It's two feminine. No, it's actually not two feminine energies. It's a feminine man and a masculine woman. That's what they wanted, and it worked. Y'all need to wake up. But anyways, this is what they're pushing, guys. All right, this is what they're pushing, man. This is a whole new. I'm telling you guys. Because once you legalize certain things in this country, we can get into all of that. Once you start to legalize things and say, you know, you can't judge me for this way of life and how I think, it never ends. It never ends, guys. It never ends. All right? It keeps going forever and ever. And this is just one next step in the process of, quite honestly, what I said, it's the beginning of the end. All right? Like, you guys think I'm playing, like, it's the beginning of the end. It's the beginning of the end, all right? And I'm not trying to discourage you guys, but you have to understand what they're pushing here, and you have to be able to share videos like this to spread the word, spread the awareness, so this doesn't happen, and more people spread this knowledge and information out there, so Hollywood can't continue to tear apart families. This is getting released on Netflix, guys. All right, this is gonna get released on Netflix. And I know it's rated like TVMA or something, so young kids can watch this. It's not like young kids can't watch this. So young kids are gonna watch this without their parents' supervision, and even with their parental supervision. You know, a lot of parents have no backbones nowadays. So it's like, come on. But I just wanted to let you guys know this is the agenda that's being pushed out there. We need you guys to like videos like this and other content creators that address this kind of stuff and call it out before it happens, because I can see the end result from all of this happening later on in the future, and it's not pretty, guys. It's not. It's population control. I'm telling you guys, it's population control. So like the video, share the video, And hit that subscribe button if you felt like any of this was informative. I don't know, it helped you learn something that you didn't know today. Love you all. Take care.